Hi besties, welcome back to another video. Today's video is not a vlog, it's an updated makeup routine. Hello, are we back? Yeah. Last one I did, I think it was back in April, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like some of the products or the techniques or what I'm doing is exactly the same. This is a reminder of my favorite products or some new favorites, just my holy grails and what I love to wear when I do my makeup. This is what it looks like. I have a little bit of shadow, a little bit of liner, a little blush as always, because that's what we do here, and a new favorite lip combo. If you want to see how I did this, go watch him. Hey besties, we're back. I feel like I'm in such an uncomfortable position to do a makeup tutorial because I'm away from my desk, but I want you guys to have the nice background. I've not even done my skincare routine because I want to show you what I've been using because I've been loving it so much. If you've been here before, you know how much I love this. This is the Anua Heart Leaf 77 Soothing Toner. Guys, I love this toner so much. It's like water but better. It doesn't have any consistency or scent to it. It's just like hydrating water for your face. I don't even know if it does anything, but I don't care because it feels so soothing, and it's done, and I can't even find it on YesStyle or Selvana. Like, I don't think they've got a newer brand anymore in this website, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, why did you pull a new one from your website? On to a new favorite. I've been loving this is the Skin 1004 Centella Pro Biosica Intensive Ampoule, whatever. The bottle, first of all, is huge, so good. It gets rid of my redness and it is so soothing. It makes my skin feel so soft, and once that is dry, I try to keep my skincare quite minimal, quite just simple, bare minimum products, because when I used to do a 10-step skincare, my skin was at its worst. So we're gonna go with this moisturizer, this one right here. I got it from Boots for like £6, I believe. It's nice. It's quite thick, but not like sticky thick. It's like a nice type of thick. I do really want to try the Caudalie though, because that apparently is really good for redness. But guys, it's a £39 moisturizer. Like, what? Are we insane? And that's skincare done. I always go in with sunscreen though. This is the one I've been using. This is the B-Lab Matcha Hydrating Sunscreen. This is what it looks like. I've been really loving this, but lately I find it gets a little bit more greasy, and I'm actually gonna go back to the Beauty of Justin one because that's just my OG day one sunscreen. Yeah, that is my skincare done. It's a Sunday today. The plans are we're doing nothing. Actually, we're filming some videos, and that is about it. Let me just tell you, it's hard doing two jobs. It's hard working a full-time 9-to-5 job and trying to keep up with the YouTubes and the TikToks and everything else, but we're here doing it. I usually start with my brows. My favorite pencil to use is the MAC eyebrow styler in the shade Stylized. It's this kind of like ashy brown, that's not warm or anything. Really good dupe for this that I've also used myself is the NYX Ash Brown. It's really good, and I just do like the bare minimum. I've been going through some phases with my brows. If you've been here a while, you know my eyebrow phases. It was like a full bushy brow moment that I like to call brow blindness. Oh, this is ready to pop. It's not good. Something irritated my skin while doing my skincare routine, and I want to say it's the moisturizer because it's done it before, I think. Yeah, maybe it's time to get that Caudalie after all. But anyway, my brows, if you've been here through the shaved brow days, I think you're an OG, because I feel like that was an era. I feel like I kind of ate that era, and I felt so good, and you know what, it looked good. Like that black hair, shaved brow ends that I can just draw straight. Oh, I kind of ate that. I kind of did. But I feel like now we're in a bit of a healing journey, if you will. Are we though? Oh my god, something definitely irritated my skin. Hello. I'm gonna look back at this editing and I'm gonna hate myself. But I need to stop being so hard on myself, but this is a discussion for another video because I think we're going a little deep in here. Okay, Yeah, right now I feel like I'm just like, I want thin brows, definitely. Like bushy brows are not for me. We tried that, we've been there, we've done that. We know it does not look good. I do not feel like myself. So what I do is I shave a little bit at the top, a little at the bottom to make it thinner, and the tail I feel like it's just let it grow now because it's just been through a lot. I always start with my eyes, especially if I want to do something like eyeliner, and I'm going to do a little bit of concealer, just a tiny bit. You don't want too much because it'll crease and look weird. As much as I hate to say this, this right here is the best pressed powder you'll ever use. Trust me, I've tried so many pressed powders as an oily, ex-oily girl, I'll probably say, but nothing just does it quite like this. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. This is my second pot of it, whatever you want to call it. I think it's time for a refill. I know it has talc in it and you're not supposed to use products with talc in them, but I quite literally stopped caring. With my eyeshadow, I don't really do much anymore. I'll do like a couple of colors if I'm feeling like it, but these are my OG palettes. I'm obsessed with these. Just start with the OG. The OG I feel like has to have her own moment. She's the one I made from MAC. You know how you can get like those refillable pots and the palette separately. If you're new here, I used to work at MAC, and quite literally most of my products are MAC because I just know how to work with them, and I usually get a discount. So they have so many shadows that I love that are not included in here, like Swiss Chocolate and Omega. So good. But these are just some of the little refillable pots that I had, so I made it into a palette. I have a blank tie, cork, a wedge, and brun. Just create any look you want with this. Another favorite, do not hate on my girl, she knows what she's doing. This is the Kylie Cosmetics matte palette. Yeah, this is her matte, like bronzy palette. This right here is insane. Oh my god. Is my face okay? Guys, I'm back. It's been 10 minutes and my skin is still like this, but maybe this is for the best because I'm gonna show you what I do when my skin is like flared up like this, but that's gonna come at its own time. All right, so palettes. If I want a bit more of a cool tone and feeling fancy, I got this Dior palette, which has got all like mauvey cool tone shades. This is in the shade 002 Cool Neutrals, and I quite literally love this so much. And I also got a new favorite as well. This is the Seek palette in the shade Sugar Brownie. I got this from YesStyle. I will have a code if you're interested. It's down below. This just got all the fall colors with some like cute little shimmers, which I'm just obsessed with a good shimmer in my eye. I'm thinking we're gonna use the Seek one today. I love going with this color first, just kind of all over my eyelid. It's gonna give a little bit of depth. That's all I do. That's all I've ever done in my life with my eyeshadow. And then I can deepen it at the end, but since I've been wearing eyeliner for the past 3 years in a row and I can't seem to let go, I usually just leave it like that. And then I will take a little shimmer. I will take this one down here with my finger. I always use the shimmers with my finger because the payoff is so much better. Oh my god, I'm so just baffled by my skin flaring up like this because it's not done it in a hot minute and I don't know what's going on right now. Like, this is just scarring that got irritated, but like, why? Eyeliners, I'm eyeliner obsessed. The one and only eyeliner I've been using for about, I want to say like 2-3 years is the MAC Brush Black eyeliner. I'm sorry, I can't seem to like go. I've tried other ones from the drugstore. Either the brush is too stiff, it's too liquidy, it drips down my eyes. This is perfect. I love it. I love the Brush Black. This is, I've just repurchased it so many times. And I've also been loving the Brush Brown lately, like a chocolatey brownish shade. And a really good dupe for the brown one is the L'Oreal Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Brown. Looks like this. There's a really good dupe for the brown one, but I've not found a dupe for the black one, so we'll do brown. So I'll try to just draw just the flick as I see it, And then depending on my mood, I'm just gonna make it as thick or as thin as I want to. It's looking quite natural, but it's there. It's not like as harsh as the black, which we love if you want something a little bit more subtle. If you don't own one of these eyelash curlers, what are you doing? What are you doing? How can you even use mascara without one of these? I do one eye at a time, and these have been some of my favorite mascaras, funnily enough. This is the MAC Extending Play Giga Black Mascara. Been around since the OG YouTube makeup tutorial days. This is a really good one for the lower lashes, but if you want something that's just gonna lengthen the top ones as well, this is so good. And I've also been loving the Lash Princess, but the purple version of it. I had the bluish greenish version, but I think I like this one a little bit more. Some other favorite mascaras that I actually really want to repurchase, but I've been trying to use the ones that I've got because I have a ridiculous amount, is L'Oreal Telescopic OG. I've been using it in high school. Love it. This, oh my god, the Lash Sensational by Maybelline. It's probably one of the best mascaras I've ever tried in my life. I'm not using it right now because I've only got the waterproof version, which is probably even better than the original one. It's just a bitch to get out of the eyes. So for now, but it's one of the best mascaras I've ever used. And also the Maybelline Sky High as well. I really want to try again, you know, the ones that we used to use in high school, like Maybelline, the Rocket, or the Colossal, or the Falsies. Well, look at that. For my redness, I'm going to show you what I used to love doing, and I've not done in a while because, as I mentioned, I've not had this happen in a while. So this is the Cicapair by Dr. Jart color corrector thingy. It's just in this little pot, and if I open it, it's green. I'm just going to use like a tiny bit, and then the more you apply it, it just switches from green to the color of your skin. Don't ask me how they do that. Don't know how they do that. But I used to wear this as a foundation. Maybe I should start again. And that's my redness gone. I only used the tiniest little bit, but I love her. I love her so much. Foundation. I have some favorites that I want to show you. Actually, that's a lie. These are my top favorite foundations. No, wait. These are my top favorite foundations. I'm sorry, but I love these all so much for different reasons. I'm going to explain really quickly why. This is MAC Studio Fix. This is the OG for a reason. It's just giving you that coverage, perfect coverage, semi-matte, more of a satin finish. It's not too drying. It's so good, so buildable. I love her. When I got a bad skin day, I know she's not going to do me wrong. I love her so much. YesStyle or Double Wear. This is for when my acne was really acting up. This was like filter. Of course you can still see the texture because texture is texture, but any redness, any imperfections, this used to smooth it over so much. Yes, it's quite thick, but not as thick as people make it sound. I've tried other foundations that are so much more thick than this. I love her. I love her. When my skin is not at its best, she is the girl. This is for the good skin days. This is the GRWMs Luminous Silk. This is like your skin but better type of foundation. So if you want the coverage, this is not for you. This is not always for me. I just prefer to use it when my skin is looking really good and I just want something, just like a little veil of coverage. That's the one. House of Laughs by Lady Gaga. I don't even know how to explain this foundation to you. It's like full coverage, but it doesn't feel like full coverage. And the finish is like satin matte, but not drying. It's like Studio Fix, but a little bit more velvety. That's all I can say. If you want a good drugstore one, this is my favorite. This is probably my third bottle of this. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, but the dewy version. And even though I was oily when I bought it, the dewy did not make me oily. It's just glowy. And my probably all-time favorite foundation at the moment, favorite foundation in the last year, I'd probably say it's the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powder Foundation. Let me just say, I used to be this foundation's biggest hater when it came out because I was using it for the wrong reasons. When it came out, my skin was flaring up. I was really oily. It just did not suit my skin type. So if you're quite oily and you want the coverage, this is probably not going to be for you. Once my skin started clearing up and become a little bit more dry because of like a special cream I was using, this became my best friend. It's just dewy but not oily, but it gives you the coverage but not too much. I feel like I cannot live without this anymore. That's a bit dramatic, but what I do is I put a little bit on my hand and then I just put it all over it, because I feel like I get the most out of the product like this, and then I just pat it into my skin. That's all I do. You see the coverage, you can still see my skin underneath a little bit, which I don't mind at all. It's just that nice kind of like evening out type of foundation. Concealers. NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is probably my favorite concealer of all time. It does not crease, it's smooth, it's soft. I love it so much. The only problem is I ran out and it's really expensive. So I've been using the MAC 24 Hour Studio Fix Smooth Concealer, which I really like. I used to hate it, but now it's just funny because my skin has been changing and stuff. So I discovered that I like products that I used to hate. I'm gonna use the NARS one today, just because I miss her and I'm like scraping for the last bit of product. Same beauty blender, just pat it and we're done. I've realized that I'm not into really brightening concealers because I feel like they defeat the purpose of concealing. I just want my concealer to be the same shade as my foundation at this point. And this is why I really like the Studio Fix one, because it's in the shade NW24. This as a foundation would be orange on me, but as a concealer somehow it just works. So I love it, and it's quite warm, so it's not too brightening. I'm not even gonna go into detail about this. It's been on every single one of my videos. Rare Beauty Hope liquid blush. You just can't change my mind. It's the perfect sunburn, sun-kissed color, especially for someone who's quite pale. It does not look like red. It just gives a perfect blush of color, and I like it everywhere. Okay, I don't care if you call this blush blindness. I just like my blush everywhere, and I will go on top of it with a powder one as well, because we're not done. Of course we're not done. I don't always use bronzer. I don't know if I'm gonna use bronzer today, but I think my cream products are done. What I do for my under eye, and I've been loving it for years now. With my NARS concealer, I go back with Charlotte Tilbury powder and the MAC 240S brush, best powder brush for under the eye, and just pat the areas that I know I want to last a little bit longer, or I know I'm gonna get super oily compared to the rest of my face. No explanation needed. The Huda Pound Cake. I've had this powder for 2 years and it's still not finished. Like, this is like an airbrush powder. If you want to look airbrush, if you want your foundation to last all day without looking cakey, guys, she is popular for a reason. Oh no, I forgot. Guys, I forgot to put this on. This is a Rare Beauty highlight that I usually mix it with my blush, but I completely forgot. So we're gonna ignore. I can't do this right now. If you've been here before, you know about this. You really do know about this. If you know me, you know what shade I'm talking about. I have 3 seconds to answer. Which shade of MAC blush is this? Yeah, you got it. It's New Romance. This is the best blush to ever exist in this world. MAC Baked Mineralized Blushes. Guys, these are the best blushes ever. And this is kind of like a pinky with a little bit of a shimmer that gives the nicest glow. It's not too pink, it's not too warm, it's not too cool. Look at it. I'm just shocked how not more people are talking about this. I've been talking about this blush for years. Like, you're missing out. Please. And if I'm feeling a little bit bronzer, I'll probably go with this Etude House contour powder, just because it's a little bit more cool toned. And I do not like orange bronzers. I just think I look horrible with orange bronzers. Just to blend everything together. A little bit of highlight. If I remember, this is the Rare Beauty Mesmerize. Yeah. She's broken, but it's okay. I love to do it on the tip of my nose. I love doing it on the inner corner though. Finish it off with the best setting spray to ever exist. Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. This is probably my 3rd or 4th bottle of this. It just gives the nicest glow, and it actually does make a difference to how long it lasts. Lip products is actually something that is changing constantly for me. I like to go through phases. A product that I will always always come back to is MAC Whirl. I've been using it since I was 15, 16 and I'm 26. That tells you how much I love it. It's just a perfect your lips but better, but give it a little bit of color. I do overline my cupid's bow. If I'm feeling a little bit crazy, I will go in with the Kylie Cosmetics Cinnamon and just overline. I'm not going to fill it in, just to give it a little bit more shape, a little bit more color. This is where it gets tricky. Like, this is my base. My base is done. It's just what do we complete it with. So I either love the Charlotte Tilbury Rocket Girl lipstick. It's like the exact same shade as my lip liner. Thanks, it's MAC. It's another one of my favorites. It's just the same, but with a little bit of a shine, a little bit more sultry. Yash is another classic. It's just like a nude. It's not too warm, not too cool. It's like a neutral type of nude. Or I've been loving the Road Espresso lip tint on the top, just for a little bit of a glow. Or if we're talking actual glosses, these are two of my favorites. This is the Sephora gloss in the shade 07 Lover. It has a little bit of an iridescent sheen to it. Or the Ramen gloss in the shade Peony Ballet, which is kind of like a light pink. I am feeling a gloss. I'll try the Peony Ballet because I've been really loving these glosses. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh my god, I love it so much. Please, oh, please. This is my updated makeup routine for the fall of 2024. That will probably look exactly the same like my last makeup routine. We just have some new products. Okay, this is like some of my holy grails, what I love to use for the fall time. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have some links and all the products as well linked down below if you're interested, and I'll see you all in my next video.